Welcome to the Cinder Shire Devlog, the video game episode 8. If you're not aware, I'm converting a board game that I've invented into a video game to get it into more people's hands. In this project, I'm basically teaching myself Unity to develop this game, and I'm using this as like an online archive of the progression of that game. So there's two major changes that I've recently added to the game. One being that I decided to change how I'm going to do the player select UI, just because the other method of doing a 3D model was just turning into too much. I know I kind of said that in the last video I might leave this up to like a vote, but as it stands right now, I'm not going to pursue the 3D model route just because the simplicity of the current implementation, and not just simplicity, but like visual simplicity as far as like it's very obvious what the user wants to do, and it's so much cleaner and it is easier to implement it with the code. The second major change is I've laid the foundation of how consumable cards and eventually gear cards, and generally speaking just how things are going to work like with cards in the future. The big problem I stumbled into this was getting the back end to work to where I can do it in a generic sort of sense and a dynamic sense. So this is fairly complicated the way I've had to do this. It's like a bunch of different things being called that lead to invoking different methods in different places. And like with the broad variety of like card effects, like some things apply a stat to you, and then when you do that you have to remove that stat eventually, but some other cards just give you like health, for example. That's an easy thing where it's like giving you a resource that is already being deplenished like automatically. It's not something that you add and then remove later. And then some give you completely unique effects that most of those are currently not in the implementation of the game right now, but I've got the current foundation of, I click this UI element and it applies the effect to me or a target that I want. So I've got that pretty well down, and I'm pretty excited with how it's going right now. And those are the major changes from the previous version of the game to the current version. There's a lot of things that I have to do in the future, like I'm going to finish hooking up the rest of the consumables, and then once I get all the consumables working and like tested and bug fixes and stuff like that, I'm going to go on to the gear cards. The gear cards are going to be really interesting because they're a lot more unique in their effects, and they allow for a lot more like play styles, I guess you can say. But if you like this video and anything Spin It Games related, definitely hit the subscribe button. If you want to stay up to date on all Spin It Games related stuff, again, hit the subscribe button, the bell notification, all the YouTube stuff. If you're interested in this project in particular, feel free to go watch the back catalog. That's why I'm doing the YouTube videos, so you can kind of see the development of the game over time. But I'd like to thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day.